of my good buddies from New Jersey. She's also a Roll Tider. Nicole Barone. Did I pronounce that correctly? Barone. She's awesome. She's also a Florida girl and a New Jersey girl. That's what I said, my Roll Tide. Roll Tide party, Roll Tide. Go share with them what you're going to do.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Parker. All right, I'm going to raise the energy in the room right now because we are going to close it out big like we do in New Jersey. But I'm super excited to share with all of you really about hosting winning events. And we heard it kind of throughout some of the leadership tonight, and today I should say, and I'm going to remind you a little bit about that. So is this my clicker over here? Excellent. And I just hit the arrow, it's big, I see that, okay. So who am I? I'm so excited to share with you a little bit about my background. My story is simple, and I'm going to keep it short and sweet. I came from Big Pharma. I worked for the company that had the Band-Aids, the Band-Aid brands, and I called on top doctors in New York City, and I realized after about 12 years, 10 years into it, that they were putting Band-Aids onto all the symptoms that the patients had. And it really, caught me in this moment of, I was feeling really misaligned, right? Because at the root cause, they weren't really addressing that. I was talking to these top doctors, gastroenterologists, and I said, do you ever talk to your patients about lifestyle modifications? Do you talk to them about exercise? Do you talk about nutrition? And you're shaking your head, no, that's right. And they said, Nicole, we just don't have the time. And it really got me to think, I'm really good at what I do. I climbed the corporate ladder really fast. I was winning great trips. I had a wonderful team. I was calling on top doctors. And I was a really good drug pusher at the end of the day. And so I had a life change that happened, and I'm going to share with you, it was one of those things that it woke me up. And that happens sometime. God gives us messages that wake us up. And I lost my dad at 60 years young, and that was it. I said, what am I doing here? And I wanted to take care of myself. I wanted to take care of my family, and I wanted to take people around it. So fast forward, I became a certified health coach, and I started going out and speaking about wellness. I started educating people one-on-one, and I told them about a holistic way. And it was amazing, and I was able to raise my boys as well too, and so that was a wonderful thing. So I went ahead and I switched gears, and so I say that to you because maybe you're really good at your job, but you have a bigger purpose here with 3. You know that in your heart, you're driven by that, and you want to do more. And so I share that with you because I think it's that important for you to understand that you're being called to do something differently, and that's what I am too. So with that being called, I was asked by different companies to take a look and say, would you like to share what we have here? Do you want to partner with us? And I was skeptical. And then I get an awesome call from a gentleman with an accent. Hello, this is George. An industry leader. And I knew he was an industry leader. And he and Adrian were on the phone, and they said, we have something different, Nicole. We want you to take a look. And I listened, but with skepticism. I was about to say no, but I took the phone call. And they said, we have something that's different. These products are cellularly absorbed. And we personally know the leadership. We know Daniel Piku. We know what he's capable of. And I tell you, I looked at that science and the evidence that we had, and I said, that's it. And I'm so happy to say that I have planted my feet here with 3 International, and I'm not going anywhere, and this is the place to be. So I'm excited to walk you through events. Oops, next slide or no slide? Do I have slides? I don't have them. Oh, I had slides. I sent them. Okay, we'll work on that. Okay, so all right, it's good. I remember the slides, okay. So what I wanted to say to you today is it's really important about hosting winning events, and we talked a little bit about, but my why and your why are very important to me. And I want to tell you my why is my family. I have a husband of 25 years from New Jersey, and it's been amazing. He's my rock, and now he's also my business partner, which is amazing. I have 2 boys that are in college. So my why is really about paying college tuition, yes. One of them, my senior's at Alabama, Roll Tide, and my sophomore is at Penn State. We are. And tomorrow, they told me I have to put a parlay down because the games are on at the same time, but that's a side note. But I'm excited about that. So I'm here to share with you that we have to, as leaders, build business growth, right? And it's really, really important. That's what events do. Do you feel, by a show of hands, that you were changed from the person that you walked in this morning to right now? By a show of hands, who's changed, right? By a show of hands, every time you walk into an event with 3, you were going to change, you were going to grow. Lisa, you were phenomenal because you said how much growth you had in 10 months, right? It's amazing, right? So we are all blossoming, we are all growing, which is absolutely incredible. So I think they're working on something over there if we have some slides. So I think that's really important. But I'm here to tell you there's a lot of different ways that we can do events, okay, right? So we can have coffee shop events, we can have hotel events, we can have in-home events, and we can have, anywhere, in a doctor's office, wherever that may be. So I think it's really amazing that we can do just that. Now, some people sometimes say to me, Nicole, I don't really know how to do events. How do we execute those events, right? And the simplicity is, as a leader that you are, we're going to get people together and we're going to get them in a room. Now, if you don't have a big house, or maybe you're in a smaller place or an apartment, meet at a coffee shop. It's so important to get people together with over coffee. Or I love, like right here at the JW, the hotel lobby. I meet people in hotel lobbies all the time. It's got really good energy, people are coming in. I will literally have a call at 10 o'clock, a call at 11 o'clock, a call at 12 o'clock. I'll just keep bringing people in. Do you know what happened the last time I did that? The girl said to me at the 10 o'clock, she goes, I like what you're saying. Is it okay if I sit in on the 11 o'clock? Then she sat on the 11 o'clock. At 12 o'clock, she's signing up. Now she's telling the girl at 12 o'clock, I just became a partner of the company. You should do with Nicole. And now we have a little mini meeting in the hotel. So that's how you do it. If someone tells me, I have a doctor that's really excited to learn about this, I go to the doctors with them. We go to the doctor's office and we do a little event in the doctor's office as well. So it's really incredible what you can do and be creative with that as well too. Zoom events. Zooms are great. Okay, how many people do Zoom? Okay, good. How many people right now, by a show of hands, are doing in-person events? Okay, good. I want the Zoom event hands to be the same as the in-person event hands. Whether you have a coffee shop, whether you have a hotel, maybe a clubhouse, maybe you know someone in an apartment that has a clubhouse, great place to have a location as well too. So I think it's really important that you go ahead and do that and make sure that we do that. So I'm trying to think about what else. I had a couple slides, I'm just trying to think about what else I wanted to talk to you about. But I think it's really important that we go ahead and execute that. So how do we go about setting up events, right? How do you do that? Well, you partner with one of your leaders, right? And we're gonna have them and you share the slides. So I personally don't feel that anyone has seen 3 until I have clicked through the slides, Adrian has clicked through the slides. I don't accept a no because they don't know what I'm talking about. Do you understand what I'm saying to that? Right? People have to understand what we're doing, and I need to capture them for 30 minutes to do that. And so that's why events are so important, and that's what our mission is to do here. Our mission is to go out and make sure that we're having and hosting events. And then what will end up happening is we're going to be doing events in the future. Do we have anything over there? Wow, yay! Hooray! Okay, so I shared with you briefly, this is my why, my 2 boys, my senior on the left and my sophomore in college on the right, and super excited about that. They're my why, and getting through college is my why. They're both in college, this is so exciting. When I was calling on doctors in New York City, I remember specifically one doctor on 86th Street, top gastroenterologist. I said to him over 20 years ago, are your boys gonna be doctors? And he said, no, Nicole. I told him to go into business, okay? Because they saw the industry in healthcare changing into sick care. They saw that. Both my boys are studying business. But my why is also my team, right? They told me their goals. They told me that what they want to do, and that's really important to me, so I want to share that. So we're going to cover We want to boost your business growth. Do we not see business growth? Events drive engagement, build relationship, and boost business growth. We saw that right here. You guys want $200. They went out, they boosted their business. That's why we do events. From this event, they signed someone up. Congratulations. Okay, so these are the types of events. We were in Philippines in a coffee shop. It was amazing, Adrian. Here's me on Zoom with a whole bunch of spa ladies. This girl smiling in the corner here, she with the big smile, she's in a hammock. She's like, I'm a massage therapist. I love everything you're saying. I'm ready to partner with you. She's taken the Zoom call from a hammock, which I thought was a hysterical thing. She's so fired up to share 3. And then our regionals and our conventions. So it's a build. We start with a coffee shop, we start with a Zoom, then we invite them to an in-home, then we keep going from there. Okay, so we want to really just drive, it's right in the slide here, just making sure that we're really creating the atmosphere, creating some mood. Here's my partner, my husband here, Kim and Cliff, encouraging really networking. I like to introduce like people. So if I know someone that's maybe a massage therapist or a personal trainer, I'll introduce them to someone else so that they can meet. But we want to most importantly deliver with confidence. Stick to the script, follow the slides, and keep it on time. When I do an event, we start on time and we end on time. And that's the important thing. It does not need to be a long time. We handle throughout the script, a leader handles the objections of time and money, so we're talking about that during the conversation as well. And then we go ahead and manage the schedule on that. So you really want to know your audience. This isn't a chiropractic office in Wilmington. Whether you're doing an open house, and Frida and Gary have done a lot of great things with the open houses in Florida. You're doing a small group. We talked a little bit about this. We had a great event in South Jersey, Antoinette, in the shared WeWork space. That was awesome. So there's a lot of places. Know your audience, know who you're bringing in. We can, you'll do that really well. So post-event follow-up. This is so important that you must go ahead and do this. And I can send this slide deck out to you all so that you can see it, and it's not going to be garbled. But we want immediate action. I will take a clipboard or just walk over to someone, and I'll go with my new brand ambassador, and we'll go to the new person and we'll say, what did you like best about what you heard? And what else did you like? Right? We want to answer their questions right there, and I want to get them enrolled right there. So that's where the follow-up is happening. We want to create next steps. I want to set them up for onboarding. I want to get them on a Zoom call and show them their back office, show them how they can do this. I want to invite them to the team Zooms. We offer masterminds every single day, as well as weekly Zooms, so they can stay plugged in and connected. Whether or not they can attend them all, they are also recorded. The other thing we do post-follow-up, post-event, is we always have the next event posted. So if I have an event tonight, I'm inviting you to tomorrow night's event as well. So that's what we're doing every single time. I'm inviting you to the next event. So the call to action right now is we want you over the next 2 weeks to make sure that you have an event. Zoom events, in-person events, coffee shop events. That's your call to action. I want you to invite every single person you know to a regional. There are regionals all around, and I want you to invite them to the regional. I want everyone to be at the Dallas Leadership Event. It's the first weekend in January. I want everybody to be there. I have people on my team, they already booked their ticket. They couldn't be here today. They had a conflict. Cindy's raising her hand. They're already committed. By a show of hands, who's going to Dallas? Okay. Before that, who's going to a regional? Okay. We're doing it, right? And then we want to share our success stories in the group, in the groups, on chat. We want to share it on social. We want to share it with everyone. And most importantly, we just want to have fun with it. This is my partner, Mari, and her sister. They did an awesome event and had some great connections there. So in the, what we like to say, the 5 M's is in New Jersey, my brand ambassador, 82 years young, Kathleen Manhart coined, more meetings means more miracles, right? And we also say more meetings mean more money, and that's truly what it is. But that's the importance. If you get anything, and we've heard it a couple times today, how important this is, I can't stress it enough. If you feel a little uncomfortable about hosting anything, a coffee shop meeting, a Zoom meeting, get together with your partner and come see me. I want to help you. I want to help you do this. That's how we're going to get to 300 million in the US market. You are our leadership. Go home to your teams and say, Nicole told us we have to set up an event in the next 2 weeks. It has to be a Zoom. It has to be an in-person. It has to be something so we have more activity. That's how we're going to do it. When I think about, it's October 1st this week. We have 2 great months before the end of the year. October, November, before the end of the year, December, to make all this happen. So I'm going to leave you with this. This is the most important thing. Take a picture of this. Get people to events. Who do you know in Des Moines, Iowa? Who do you know in Chicago? Who do you know in New Jersey, New York? Who do you know in Dallas? Who do you know in Jacksonville? We have to get there. Holly drove 5 hours to get to a presentation, to get to a room. We got to get people to these locations. We got to share that well. So thank you so much, everyone. I really enjoyed speaking with you. Have a beautiful night.
At least they're not playing each other. We got Georgia, Alabama. I mean, you know what is so cool? I just saw Adrian over there. I said, you're like a proud mama. That's one of your little chicks up here just tearing it up. And it's so cool to see your team speaking from the same sheet of music. You know, I said this and I'll say it again. Said it at our speaker meeting, I said it during lunch. If you guys ever walked into a Broadway play early when the orchestra's warming up and how it hurts your ears, the music's just like, but when the orchestra conductor comes in and taps that thing and they start playing from the same sheet of music, it's the most beautiful music. And that's what network marketing is, when everyone is united and playing from the same script. And I'm telling you, I'm seeing a shift where we're all starting to do that. We're all speaking the same language. We're all reciting the same playbook here. And this thing, guys, I'm not kidding, we're a couple degrees away from percolation here. It's getting ready to percolate. We just got to keep it up. I love the thought of more home meetings. I love the thought of Zooms. Here's a key thing on Zooms. When you're doing the Zoom with people, you know, especially if it's 1 or 2 people, the camera's on, you can see them. When you see 5, 6, 10, 20 people on a Zoom, their cameras go off, they're not listening. So what I would encourage you to do if you're doing Zooms to boost your business, do smaller Zooms more often. Do a 2 or 3 person Zoom opportunity so you can have the camera on where you can see them nodding their head, you can see them shaking. Try to make it as personal touch as you possibly can. I love in person because I can read the room and I can know when to really dive in. So I love the idea of Zooms, but let's keep them a little smaller when they're in your teams of helping. They need to be used for recruiting, not just to say I did one. Does that make sense? So keeping the cameras on where you can do it.